Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Pittsburgh had by far their best rushing performance of the season in Week 5 against Denver, 147 yards on the ground, 122 by number 22, Najee Harris. So of course we're talking about the run game today, showing some love to an offensive line who, to their credit, did a really good job overall. But today in particular, I want to put the focus on Najee Harris. Here are my three favorite runs that he had Sunday against Denver. First example here, and to best be able to evaluate what a running back did or did not do, you have to really try to understand what the design and intent of the play was. On this example, the intent and role for Harris is to follow behind Juju Smith Schuster on this insert block, which basically is running between a lead block between the left tackle, Dan Moore, and the tight end, Pat Fryermuth. And so Harris is supposed to follow behind him. You'll see that does not happen, though, because that hole gets closed up as Dan Moore loses his block on this play. Not really sure what happened to Moore. He was getting his head across, so maybe there was miscommunication, but I'm pretty sure the hole's supposed to be behind here. So Moore's got to try to wash down the defender. Does not happen on this play. And so as soon as that hole's taken away, Harris has to start creating on his own. And to me, the rest of this play is all Najee Harris. So being able to identify that hole's not going to be there and trying to find that next hole. And so he knows the hat's coming down here from this defender. He maybe sees the hat of this linebacker coming down as well. So we're going to kind of cut this one back. Not the design or intent of the play, but that's going to be his own path. And so he finds the open lane when that initial hole gets closed up by the defender and then puts his foot in the ground, that right foot, gets vertical and gets a really solid gain out of this one of, I believe, 5 yards. And so really, this is Harris creating his own way, creating beyond what was blocked because what was blocked did not end up materializing, and using his vision and that lateral mobility. Watch one jump cut here, plant that left foot in the ground to now jump cut to the right, and then plant that right foot in the ground to get vertical and get upfield. And, that defensive tackle makes a nice play at his ankles, but Harris still falling forward and getting 5 yards. We'll check it out from the aerial view on this play, trying to follow behind Juju, and you just see that lateral mobility that Harris has, that really big, strong, powerful lower half to make those two cuts, back to back. That cut to the right, and then that cut vertical with the left and right leg, and basically paving his own way because what was blocked or was designed to be blocked did not happen on this play. Next example comes on the very next run for Najee Harris. And a quick side note, Dan Moore here unbalanced the right tackle at this play, shifting over from left tackle. Pittsburgh did this about, I think, three times against Denver, and it worked pretty well. So we'll see if that continues going forward. But more to the point of this play, what I like from Harris is some of that underrated athleticism that we don't talk about a whole lot with him because he didn't really work out at his pro day. Don't have exact testing numbers on him. And we usually think about his size and power and things like that. But you really look at the burst here at the second level from this one. It's decently blocked up front. Trey Turner can't get to his man number 40, but you see Harris winning that one-on-one matchup to run away from the linebacker. So to kind of slow this thing down, Turner a little late out of his stance. The design of this play might have been to go a gap here, but I don't begrudge Harris for bouncing this one because of all the grass he sees on this play to that unbalanced side with that extra offensive lineman. And so he's going to make that cut to the right and get vertical. So Turner, tough block to make in that moment, but he's a little late getting to the second level in the first place. But beyond that, so now Harris is one-on-one with number 40 here. Can he get through that hole? And he shows that great burst here to run away. The linebacker never even really touches him. And then Harris plows ahead through Justin Simmons, the all-star, all-pro safety, for a 20-yard gain. So just watch that burst here. I'll kind of run it through, without me stopping it a million times like I tend to do, just to really kind of get a feel for that burst as he hits in that second level, gets in the open grass. The linebacker can't touch him. And then Harris finishing the play, falling forward a couple extra yards and getting 20 on this run to get yourself into field goal range. So again, that underrated burst that he has to win that play against that linebacker one-on-one in space. Again, don't talk about the athleticism a whole lot. Obviously, he's not a 4-4 burner type of guy, but you see that second level, that second gear, I should say, in the second level to run away from the linebacker and turn this into a really big game for Pittsburgh. Finally, for me, my favorite run of the entire day for Najee Harris. This one happened before the last two we just looked at, but I wanted to save this one for last because I think it's the best one of the day. And again, it goes back to understanding the intent of the play. On this run here, it's going to be a power gap run with the right guard, the backside guard, Trey Turner, and fullback Derek Watt in the split back look, pulling across here from their right to the left. And so generally on this play, I also start to run this thing through is this run's supposed to be off the inside hip of the pullers. That's the overall design intent, usually how this run goes, but it's partially dependent on how the defense plays it. And on this play, right outside linebacker number 59 here is going to basically wrong arm and come down on this block as 40 scrapes over the top. And so teams will play the puller different ways. And in this example, they're trying to basically blow this one up. I had in 59 kind of come down a bit as opposed to being the edge guy and always getting kicked out by the first puller. So watch it here as you see 59 kind of come down and that inside hip, that hole's really not there anymore. And so Derek Watt sees that initially, and now he's going to come to the outside instead, and Harris is going to follow behind on this block to get number 40. And so initially it's supposed to be off the hip of 51. It's not there. So they're going to bounce this thing out a gap. And then as Harris follows him and as Watt makes that block on number 40, now Harris is going to cut to the inside and then get vertical, get his shoulder square, and start getting downhill. So I'll kind of run this thing through now that I've talked through all that. And so it's adjusting to the play on the fly twice. First, when you see that they're not going to get this thing to the inside hip of the guard. And then second, once Harris realizes he can run it off the inside hip of Derek Watt. So it's really two reads really quick on this play to see how the blocks unfold in front of him, how the offense blocks it, and how the defense responds to it, or really vice versa, how the defense responds to it, and then the offense making their blocks accordingly, and then Harris following behind him, making those decisions in just moments, just in split seconds like that. So many backs here. They want to bounce this run wide to the perimeter. They want to dance. They want to just try to string this out as far as they can because they could get away with that in college because they were bigger, stronger, faster than everybody else. But Harris has the wherewithal on this play to recognize, okay, the first hole running off the inside hip of Trey Turner with Watt falling behind. That's not going to happen because the linebacker's coming down. So let's bounce it wide a gap here. 40 scraping over the top. And so as Watt makes that block, that hole's going to open up and again plant that left outside foot get upfield, get vertical, square the shoulders, and finish this with a good 7-yard run. So we'll look at it here from the top down view just to kind of show from that perspective. And all these decisions are being made in an instant. You're going on the fly here based on what the offense is doing, what the defense is doing, and Harris a really good run here from start to finish. So I know occasionally the vision's been a bit of an issue for Harris in previous games. That's going to happen to any running back, especially a rookie trying to figure some of this stuff out. But you really saw some great vision from Najee Harris in this game, coupled with some really strong blocks up front by Kevin Dotson, Dan Moore. Top to bottom, I thought the offensive line, any of those five guys did a pretty good job or a really good job run blocking. And so you add it all up and you get Pittsburgh's by far most successful game on the ground. But my three favorite runs from Najee Harris, showing that vision, the power, and then getting vertical when the hole is there and finishing the run as a 225, 230 pounder in the NFL and playing like it, which was great to see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you guys have not done so to the channel already. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you soon.